Hello, students. Good evening. Welcome to the physics class. Today, you are learning about the capacitances numericals. Last class, we studied about the potential numericals and we discussed certain types of potential cases. And I assigned the homework. I hope you did it. So, in this session, you are going to learn about the capacitance problems. Let's look at the first problem based on the capacitor. In a parallel plate capacitor with a air between the plates, each plate has an area of 6 into 10 power minus 3 meter square and the distance between the plates is 3 millimeter. Calculate the capacitance of the capacitor. If this capacitor is connected to a 100 volt supply, what is the charge on each plate of the capacitor? Okay, the given absolute permittivity epsilon naught value is given. Okay, the given capacitor is a parallel plate capacitor and each of area is given 6 into 10 power minus 3 meter square and distance d is given 3 millimeter and it is connected to the potential 100 volt. Okay, the potential value is given. We have to find what is the charge on each plate of the capacitor. Yeah, so write down all the given data and it's very easy to solve the problem by using the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor formula. Yes. Now according to the data, they given area, they given the distance d, and they given the potential between the two plates. Epsilon naught value is given. We know the formula C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. This is the capacitance formula for the parallel plate capacitor. Substitute all the values here: 8.85 into 10 power minus 12 into 6 into 10 power minus 3, that is the area, divided by distance value. So you will get the value of capacitance in picofarad, that is 10 power minus 12 farads, and we have to find the charge on each plate. So this is the formula: Q is equal to CV. So C we found out here 17.70 and V they given 100 volt, so just multiply it, you will get the charge. So we have to find the capacitance by using the epsilon naught A by D, and we can find out the charge by using the capacitance definition. Okay, we know this C is equal to Q by V, therefore Q becomes CV. Substitute the C and V value there, you will come to know what is the charge on each plate. Yeah, the problem 2, the second problem. A parallel plate capacitor with air between the plates has a capacitance of 8 picofarad. What will be the capacitance if the distance between the plates is reduced by half? Okay, now the distance between the plate is reduced by half and the space between them is filled with a substance of dielectric constant 6. So here parallel plate capacitor, its capacitance value is given. We have to find the capacitance when the distance is reduced to half and the space is filled with the another medium that is having a dielectric constant 6. So we have to find the new capacitance. Yeah, let us imagine initially the capacitors, the parallel plates with a air medium. Okay, we taken the dielectric constant epsilon r as a 1. C value they given 8 picofarad. And the next distance is reduced by half. Initial distance let it be d1. The changed distance between the two plates let it be half of it. So it is d2 is equal to d1 by 2. And dielectric constant between the medium is epsilon r. For a air medium, we know this formula, right? This is the general formula. C is equal to epsilon naught epsilon r A by d1. Since for a air, epsilon r becomes 1, hence it is epsilon naught A by d1. Same way for other medium, use the same formula, okay? Epsilon naught epsilon r A, but there is a change in the distance, right? D2 becomes d1 by 2 as per the given data in question. Send the 2 to the numerator, then it will become 2 into epsilon r into epsilon naught A by d1. So here epsilon naught A by d1, observe here, epsilon naught A by d1 is nothing but c1. So that you can substitute here. 2 into epsilon r into c1. That means the value becomes 2 into 6. Epsilon r value, dielectric constant is given 6 into c1, right? The c1 is given, that is 8. So after multiplying, you will get C2 is equal to 96 picofarad. Now look at the problem 3. The next problem, a parallel plate capacitor is to be designed with a voltage rating 1 kilo volt. We have to prepare a parallel plate capacitor that voltage rating is 1 kilo volt. Using a material of dielectric constant 3, dielectric constant value is given, and dielectric strength about 10 power 7 volt per meter. Dielectric strength is given. For safety, we should like the field never to exceed say 10% of the dielectric strength. Okay, this is a safety measure. We should like the field never to exceed, so says 10% of the dielectric strength. Dielectric strength is given 10 power 7 volt per meter. Okay, 10% of that we should count for it for a safety purpose. What minimum area of the plates is required to have a capacitance of 50 picofarad? What minimum area we should find here? Okay, yeah, the problem is easy. Let's discuss now. Yeah, look at the data. The maximum permissible voltage, the voltage rating is given, no? That is 1 kilovolt. And maximum permissible of electric field, right? That is equal to, for a safety measure, it is, they give mentioned 10% of the dielectric strength, right? So 10% of the dielectric strength is 10 power 7. So it will become 10 power 6. Correct? So now we have the relationship between the electric field and the potential, that is E is equal to V by D. This is taken from the formula potential gradient. Okay, E is equal to minus dV by dx. But for this situation, we have taken voltage to the distance ratio as an electric field. So find out the distance here. D becomes V by E. V is 10 power 3 because here they given 1 kilovolt. 1 kilo means 10 power 3 divided by electric field, that is 10 power 6. So we come to know that distance between the plates D is equal to 10 power minus 3 meter. We have to find the area, so we can use this formula here. C is equal to epsilon naught epsilon r A by D, right? This is what the formula is. Now make ready the formula to find out the area. Now substitute all the values there. C value, D value, epsilon r value, dielectric constant is given, that is 3, and epsilon naught is a constant value 8.85 into 10 power minus 12. Substitute it. You'll come to know the area required to prepare a capacitor of 50 picofarad. Observe C value we taken here 50 into 10 power minus 12, right? 10 power minus 12 means that is picofarad. So if you want to design a 50 picofarad capacitor, we need this much of area. So area is 18.8 into 10 power minus 4 meter square. Here's the next problem. Problem 4. A 12 picofarad capacitor is connected to a 50 volt battery. How much electrostatic energy is stored in the capacitor? Okay, the capacitor value, capacitance is given 12 picofarad and it is connected to a 50 volt battery. We know that the capacitor is nothing but a storage device, right? It can store the charges. It's nothing but electrostatic energy. Now we have to find how much energy is stored in it. See, these are the data given. Capacitance value 12 picofarad, voltage is 50. We have to find the energy. We know this energy formula, energy stored in a capacitor, half CV square. We will take U is equal to half CV square, or energy E is equal to half CV square. Substitute the C and V value. So you will come to know what is the energy stored in a capacitor. That is 1.5 into 10 power minus 6 joules. Next, problem 5. When the two capacitors are connected in series and connected across 4 kilovolt line, the energy stored in the system is 8 joule. And the same capacitor is connected in parallel across the same line, that means 4 kilovolt. The energy stored is 36 joule. Find the individual capacitances. Yeah, very interesting problem it is. We have studied the capacitors combination, series combination and parallel combination. Here we are connecting the two individual capacitors in two different ways. First, in a series, Next one is in a parallel. When you connected in series and you connected for a voltage 4 kilovolt, the two capacitors in series, it stores the energy of 8 joules. But when you connect the same two capacitors in parallel, it stores the 36 joule. We doesn't know what are the two capacitances, right? We have to find the two individual capacitances here. You observe the solution. We are going to solve for the two combinations here first. They given the voltage 4 kilovolt. Kilo means 10 power 3 is converted. And US I taken, that is the energy stored in series combination, that is 8 joule. It is given. UP means energy stored in parallel combination, that is 36 joule. We have to find C1 and C2. That is the question marks. Now first you look at your in series combination. What happens in series? Energy formula of CV square. Instead of C, I am taking CS. That CS denotes that the effective capacitance value in series combination. Okay. First find out the CS. So from the formula we can arrange the formula like this for CS. 2US by V square. 2 into US means energy stored in series, that is 8. V is 4 kilovolt. Substituted, you got the CS value. Okay. Yeah. Next, look at this in parallel combination. In parallel combination, the same way here how we written for a CS 2 US by V square. The same way we can write for the parallel combination CP in terms of energy. CP is equal to 2 UP by V square. Potential energy in parallel combination, it is 36 joule. Substitute it. Okay. After substitution, you will get the CP value 4.5 into 10 power minus 6. Understood? But the CP formula is C1 plus C2, because in parallel the effective capacitance we solved in a derivation, the CP is nothing but C1 plus C2. So it is nothing but 4.5 into 10 power minus 6 farad. Call it as a equation 1. Now it's the same way we have for a CS. CS we can write it as a C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. Observe the denominator C1 plus C2 can be replaced with the CP, because here it is mentioned CP is nothing but C1 plus C2. Okay. So now find out C1 into C2. Just cross multiply from this formula here. CS is equal to C1 C2 by CP. So C1 C2 is equal to CS into CP. So we found the value for CS and CP. Substitute there. Find out the C1 C2. Call it as a equation 2. Right? First we solve for the series. We found the CS. Next we solve for the parallel. We found the CP. And we use the CP formula as C1 plus C2. And we use the CS formula as a C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. By using these two, we found out the C1 C2 value. But we have to find C1 and C2 separately. Yeah, observe. By using this formula, this is the formula. You can try A plus B whole square minus A minus B whole square. If you do, you will get 4AB. The same type, we can try for a C1 plus C2 whole square minus C1 minus C2 the whole square. Okay. Like how we done for A plus B and A minus B. You will get 4C1 C2. Take the C1 minus C2 whole square to the right hand side and 4C1 C2 to the left hand side. So interchange the terms. You will get the next step. We got the C1 plus C2 value. C1 plus C2 is nothing but 4.5 into 10 power minus 6. And we found the C1 into C2 value also. And substitute it. Calculate 4.5 the whole square separately. Minus 4 into 4.5, that becomes 18. So you are calculating C1 minus C2 the whole square. You will get 2.25 into 10 power minus 12 is a common there. And make a square root for it. So you will get C1 minus C2. Understood? So we found C1 minus C2. But already we got C1 plus C2. Okay. previous equation we have C1 plus C2 as 4.5. Now solve this equation 1 and 3. Solving C1 plus C2 and C1 minus C2, that gives 2C1 is equal to 6 into 10 power minus 6. 4.5 plus 1.5. Just I am adding these two. You will get the C1 value. After getting the C1 value, substitute in any one of the equation to get C2. Okay. So this is the method to find out C1 and C2 value. The important thing is remember this formula. Okay. It's the most important formula when you are going to find some individual physical quantities. Okay. A plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square, that gives rise to 4ab. Now the next sixth problem. Capacitor has a capacitance of 10 microfarad and is charged to potential 200 volt. A second capacitor has a capacitance 20 microfarad and is charged to potential of 300 volt. Okay. So there are two individual capacitors have two different capacitance and connected to different potentials. After charging, the two capacitors are connected in parallel. Okay. Now we are after charging, we are connecting in parallel combination. How much energy is dissipated? Okay, that we have to find out. So in parallel combination, how much energy is dissipated? Yeah, this is the given thing. Here C1, C2 value is given 10 and 20 microfarads, and V1 and V2s are given. We have to find the energy difference here, right? Delta E. So before connection, total energy of the capacitor before connecting to the panel is just an addition to the total energy. Let it be some E1 half C1 V1 square and half C2 V2 square. Just substitute the C1 V1 C2 V2 value here and calculate it. E1 you will get, so here 11 and 5 zeros into 10 power minus 6 joules. So this is what the E1 value we got. This is before connecting to the parallel, the total energy in the system. Now when you connect it in parallel combination, you can use this formula. Okay, like half CV square. This is the formula we can use here. Half CP V square. VC means that is a common potential we call. Okay, VC square you should take. What is the meaning of common potential? Okay, observe the common potential is nothing but total charge divided by total capacitance. This is the meaning, because two different capacitors are connected to two different potentials, right? Hence we have to take, since in a parallel combination the potential difference should be same for the two capacitors, so we are finding a common potential here. Okay, observe the formula here. Cp is replaced by C1 plus C2, right? Yeah, into Vc square. Find out the Vc by Q1 plus Q2 by C1 plus C2. But from the definition we can write Q as a Cv. From the capacitance definition, C is equal to Q by V, hence Q becomes Cv. So Q1 C1 V1, Q2 C2 V2. Keep the C1 plus C2 as it is. Now we have the values for everything here. Substitute it, find out the Vc, common potential. After finding out the Vc value, substitute in this equation 1. Vc square is there, no? There you have to substitute. And C1 plus C2, that values are ready. So now you will get E2 value, right? This is the E2 value. C1 plus C2 into Vc square. Now we got the E1 here. You can see the E1 value. And here we got the E2. Now find out the energy dissipated or energy loss. That is a delta E. E1 minus the E2. So this is the energy dissipated over the system when it is in parallel. The next one, problem 7. Two capacitors of capacitance 600 and 900 picofarad connected in series, 200 volt supply. We have to find effective capacitance, and the second one, potential difference across each capacitor, and the total charge stored in the system. So the two capacitors in series combination only. Okay, we have to find the effective capacitance, potential difference, and the total charge. So this is the given thing. C1 value, C2 value is given, voltage V is given, the main voltage. We don't know what are the individual voltages. You can see in a picture C1, C2 are in series combination. In series we know that the charges remain same for two capacitors, but the potential differences are different, that is V1 and V2. Okay, first find out what is the effective capacitance. Cs, you can see there, Cs is equal to C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. That is a series combination effective capacitance formula. Substitute the values. C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. At the denominator 10 power minus 12 is taken common. You got the Cs value there. Okay, then we have to find the charge on each capacitor. We know that in series charge remains same, so just find out a one formula, that is Cs into V. Q is equal to Cs into V, because they are in series. Substitute the Cs value, the above value, into V. V you can see in a picture, that is 200 volt. So the charge is 72,000 into 10 power minus 2, 12 coulomb. Next we have to find what is a V1 and V2 individual potentials, right? So by the definition of capacitance we can write this: V1 is equal to Q by C1 and V2 is equal to Q by C2. Okay, yeah, substitute the Q value divided by the C1, that gives the voltage across the first capacitor. Next, substitute the Q value and the capacitance of the second capacitor, that gives the voltage across the second capacitor, 80 volt. Here the next problem, again the same type. The last problem is in two capacitors are in series combination, but now the two capacitors are in parallel combination. Two capacitors of capacitance 20 and 30 are in parallel, connected to 50 volt supply. We have to find the effective capacitance, we have to find the potential difference across each, and we have to find the total charge stored in the system. Since it is in parallel combination, we should remember that in parallel the charges are different, okay, but the potentials are same for two capacitors. Yeah, look at the picture, the two capacitors kept in parallel combination. In parallel, the potentials are same, that is given V is equal to 50 volt, hence V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V. That means the potential remains same across the two capacitors, that is 50 volt only. But the charges are different, Q1 and Q2. Okay, since it is in parallel, first find out the effective capacitance. That formula is Cp is equal to C1 plus C2. Simply addition of the two values, add it, Cp you will get, and then find out the Q, total charge. Okay, that is Q is equal to CpV. Substitute the Cp value and substitute the V value, you will get the total charge. Okay, but we have to find the individual charges on the capacitor. Use the formula Q1 is equal to C1V for the first capacitor. For the next capacitor, Q2 is equal to C2V. So by using these two formulas, you will come to know what is the charge on first capacitor, what is the charge on second capacitor. Okay, so the Q1 value is 1000 into 10 power minus 9 coulomb. Q2 value is 1500 into 10 power minus 9 coulomb. Okay, the problem number 9. A capacitor has capacitance of 8 microfarad and is charged to a potential 250 volt. A second capacitor is charged to a potential 330 volt. Okay, after charging, if the two capacitors are in parallel, the common potential is 300 volt. Calculate the capacitance of the second capacitor. Okay, just read it once again. There is a 8 microfarad capacitor. It is at the potential 250 volt. There is a one more second capacitor. It is at the potential 330 volt. We doesn't know the value of capacitance. But when these two are connected in parallel, the common potential becomes 300 volt. Now I should find out what is the value of second capacitance. Okay, yeah, come let's solve it. Yeah, well, we know that the common potential formula, that common potential is nothing but total charge by total capacitance. It is Q1 plus Q2 by C1 plus C2. We already used it. And Q can be written as a CV. Write down Q1 as a C1 V1 and Q2 as a C2 V2. And we have a C1, C1 V1 V2 values except the C2. Keep the C2 as it is, okay, in the equation, because we have to find it C2 finally. The common potential VC is given 300, write it, okay. Now you cross multiply it, it will come as a 300 into 8 plus C2 is equal to 2000 plus 330 C2. Now you multiply and take the C2 terms to one side. I am taking this 330 C2 to the left hand side and this 2400 to right hand side I am sending. So yeah, after solving we will get the C2 value. So this is the C2 value, 13.33 microfarad. So this problem we are solving through the common potential problem formula. Okay, the next problem number 10, it's based on a circuit. Okay, calculate the effective capacitance between the points A and B as shown in the figure. Yeah, let's see the figure. Yeah, look at the picture they given here. There is a figure like one quadrilateral shape. So there are either side there are 2 microfarad and 6 microfarad capacitor, right? Just look at the picture. We have to find out the effective capacitance between the terminals A and B. Here first you should identify that which are the capacitors comes in series, which are the capacitors comes in parallel. Remember the definition, capacitors are said to be in series when they are connected to end. That means one positive plate of the capacitor connected to negative of the other, then it is said to be series. Suppose if the capacitors plates, like all the positive plates connected to one terminal, negative plates connected to another terminal. Like if it lies between the common terminal, then we call it as a parallel, right? Just I marked here, you can see some dotted lines for the 9 microfarad and 3 microfarad. Those two are the capacitor or the upper part of the quadrilateral, okay. That is a first series combination, CS1 it is written. Those two are in series. First you use the series formula and solve it first, okay. And next look at the lower part of the quadrilateral, 12 and 4 microfarad. Those two are in again series. Hence it is CS2, second series combination, okay. Solve this also by using the series formula. So here 9 and 3 are in series, 12 and 4 are in series. Solve it separately. What you get the value, those two will come in parallel. Okay. That means the CS1, the dotted line CS1 and the lower dotted line, that is CS2. These two will come in parallel. Okay. Then you have to solve in a parallel combination formula those two results. After that again you should count for a 2 microfarad and 6 microfarad and the CS1 and CS2 result as in series. Totally series you should count. Okay. Well, let's look at the formula first. CS1 we solve it. That is 9 and 3. CS1 formula is here. C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. So it is 9 and 3. Yeah, substitute the 9 and 3, you will get 9 by 4 microfarad. And CS2 value, that is 12 and 4. 12 into 4 by 12 plus 4, that is 3 microfarad. But these CS1 and CS2 are in parallel. Hence, take the parallel. CP is equal to CS1 plus CS2. Add it, 21 by 4 microfarad you will get. Now, the 2 microfarad and this middle CP, okay, this quadrilateral we solved now, that CP value it is. The complete quadrilateral value comes as a 21 by 4. Now 2 microfarad, this quadrilateral value CP plus the 6 microfarad. All are in series. Hence use the formula 1 by Cs. Okay, this 1 by Cs becomes 1 by 2. This is the first one, 1 by 2, right? This is a 2 microfarad. And next 4 by 21, because that is 1 divided by the 21 by 4. 1 divided by this value becomes 4 by 21, right? Plus 1 by 6, because the value is like that, 1 by Cs is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Yeah, solve it and calculate the Cs value, that is 1.166 microfarad. Yes, look at the next one, problem 11th, the last problem. 3 capacitors of same capacitance, 2 microfarad. 3 capacitors are there, all are having 2 microfarad value. In how many ways you can connect them and find their effective capacitances? 2 microfarad, 3 capacitors given, in how many ways you can connect? Like you can keep all the 3 in series, all the 3 in parallel, or the 2 in series, 1 in parallel, or the 1 in series in 2 in parallel, like that you can keep. Okay, so just let's check the different combinations in the solution. So this is the number of capacitor given 3 and all are having identical value, right? So we can use the identical formula. C is equal to 2 microfarad is given, effective we have to find. Look at the first one, all the 3 in series. If all 3 comes in series, all the 3 identical, right? Hence we have a formula, a shortcut formula, it is C by N. Substitute the C2 and N value is 3, that is 2 by 3 microfarad. If all 3 comes in parallel, that is NC, that is 3 into 2. Now we can change the combination little here. Observe the third one. We are taking 2 in series. You can see the red dotted line. 2 capacitors came in series and 1 in parallel with that. The 1 capacitor went down, right? Now we can solve this for a series combination. Here you can see it's calculated as a Cs is equal to, since it is the formula C1 C2 by C1 plus C2, there the values are taken C and C. Cc by C plus C. So you will get C by 2. Okay. Now that is in parallel with the C, right? This whole combination, the two C and C is in parallel with the C. Hence CAB becomes C by 2 plus C. So you'll get CAB as a 3 microfarad. Next combination is, you can take 2 in parallel and 1 in series. Okay. See here, the 2 capacitor came in parallel, the dotted lined boundary. So CP means C plus C, that is a 2C. You can add. And that 2 capacitors which is in parallel, that is in series with the another C. Okay. So here you can take it as a one single combination as a 2C and this is a C. So now we use the series combination formula. According to series combination, it is 2C into C by 2C plus C. So after calculation, you will get 4 by 3 microfarad because C value is given, that is 2. Okay, 2C by 3 will come, substitute the C as a 2. Okay, just write in your book once, go through it properly. Okay, if any doubts, you can ask me. Yeah, so these are the very most important numericals we discussed based on the capacitance. Try to solve more numericals based on the capacitors. Okay, yeah, thank you.